Alright, guys. I want to tell you about this cool idea I got from a dream. So, this is how the dream went. Uh, I remember just a little bit of it. And somehow I got a whole idea for it. So, all I remember is I remember being Mario, going on an adventure, and being at the final area, the final zone, and I'm given this power to be bigger, like the same as Bowser's height. And Bowser had a fire flower and he was shooting it at me. And I had the idea while moving around that I could grab Bowser's fire flower. Now, before it was 3D, but when I was fighting Bowser, it became 2D. So I was moving left and right, so I thought just risking it, just going directly to Bowser. But when I couldn't grab it, I thought about jumping over Bowser and then kicking him. But then Bowser decapitated me, which is what I remember. And I imagined that was Bowser's head, but also my head, which got really confusing. I imagined an illusion technique. And when I was thinking of kicking Bowser, I realized, wait a minute, that's Mario. Wait, I'm Bowser. And then it got so confusing. So after I got decapitated, I got kicked. And also, when I, when I was kicking, it felt like I was actually kicking. Like I jumped and kicked like a common rider. And it felt so awesome. So when the head was kicked, it got its body back. Mario got his body back, and he was being like launched. It felt like a Mario Party event. There's this thing in Mario Party DS where if you fail to beat the final boss, you need to start. Well, not the final boss, but the boss in general. You need to start over. So when I got kicked, I realized, dang, I failed it. Like I was playing a video game, but it also felt so real. And when I got kicked, I was being like sent into another realm. But there wasn't any portal. It just the world faded around me into the other realm and I had blue wings and I was like being launched across the water in like a place with the floor where the floor was water and it was nighttime and there were like buildings around, but I think those were just lights. And when I got there, I found Sora and I got the idea that, wait, I think I need to be up Sora so that I can get out of this realm. Like, you need to fight to the death with them. And for some reason, I transitioned to Sora's point of view, and he had the digital type look. Like in. Hmm, I don't know the name of it, but let's just think Dream Drop Distance. Like, it looks so pixely, like, kind of like 3DS styled. And it looks so cool, and we were battling it out in 3D. It wasn't 2D, like when I was playing Bowser. There was like two gameplay styles in 3D and in 2D, and that reminded me of Pokken Tournament, but you actually had like mobility options. And it was so cool, but then I woke up and I couldn't like fight Sora. But I like that idea. So because of that, I wanna imagine like an entire game with this idea. So here's how I think it should go. Uh you get four characters and well actually it can be as many characters as you want. Like many characters and they all are going on this journey to reach their destination. Like they're going on one straight path, but while at that path, they're gonna be fighting enemies along their path. They can sneak around them or like fight them, and they can level up. Because when I got to Sora's point of view, I saw that he was like level 1 or 2, and I thought that having a level up system would be cool. And I like to think that they can have their own huts depending on their style. Like one is like pixely and game like, the other one is like cartoonish styled, and they would have their own styles of gameplay. And each boss would represent something about them, like bosses they fought, like enemies that they've known for and are part of the lore. I don't know if I would be able to get the rights of any of the characters I had in the dream, but still a neat idea. So, when they defeat one of the bosses that blocks their path, they can go to the next area, and then they have to keep going on the journey. Starts with the forest, then the desert, then even further beyond. When I met Bowser, we were like in a lava type area, and I was thinking, wait, could there be a switch behind them that I could hit? And there wasn't, because we were like on stairs, like flying on the stairs. And I just think that's really cool. And there was like, I think like a door behind him, and kind of like a house was made out of glass, like red glass, like there was a barrier, like a prison. I imagine that was where the princess was being held. And I just really like this idea because you have your own journey. You're leveling up and getting better. You have your own style of gameplay. You're gaining new abilities so that you can battle out like your opponents, and sometimes you can even meet another player while on your journey and you can battle it out. But the main moment where you two would have to battle it out, like to the death, would be like to get back to the other realm. That would be the best moment to like battle each other out. And I was thinking that there could be a crafting system. But I feel like that wouldn't really work on that style of gameplay. And instead, it should be like they all have their own like style of combat. They level up and get stronger, and that's it. And if there if there's going to be like a game like that, then it should be with no guns. The guns just ruin the game. It should be like swords or bows, fucking axes and shit. It's an adventure through the forest and to another kingdom to fight the final boss, and you just get this new ability, your final ability to beat them up, and just feels so awesome. The place where I fought, where if you died and needed to like fight to death, would be like this area from Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, I was thinking that if there is another player that died, that the one singular player that gets sent there is now trying to find an exit. And I was also thinking of another idea for it. And it's just a visual type thing where it you remember when I talked about the other player being launched, right? With them having those blue wings and being like launched across the water. They weren't like touching the water. They were like floating above it, and the water was just being like swept away. Kind of like a jet ski. And so I was imagining that while the other players there, they can just see the other player that got killed just now, just zooming past them like that. And that would just look so cool. And I was thinking just now, like right now, that if you get hit by that other player while they're being launched, you just fucking instantly die, and it's instantly game over, and the player that got launched gets instantly sent back. So that's pretty funny to me. So yeah, that's my idea for the game, but I don't really have a name for it. So if you all can come up with a cool name or make your own characters for the game, I would really love to see it. Thank you all and bye.